Welcome back to Breaking Skyrim. On our last episode, we started to build our own mansion, which we're going to turn into an alchemy palace. But eventually, we're also going to have this farm right outside of Rorikstead, pumping out the same kind of stuff. So what we're going to do, what I'm planning on doing at least, is I'm going to turn the mansion into a poisons factory and turn this farm into a potions factory. At least that's the idea. So we first approach and when you get to this plantation, you're going to notice that there's a spirit here. Now it will become hostile.
Does someone live among the dead? Mortal fool! No one hides from the dead!
I punch you. Go away. Now he's not much to worry about.
The
That was
endless sleep
funny.
comes for us all.
Really? Now we've got the quest for Unquiet Dead. So we need to search for clues. First thing we notice is the body of the spirit, so let's read the torn page. And search the plantation for clues. So let's go on inside. Now nobody's home. Get the spoiler of that one. Come down here. I think it's down here. Ah, yes. It's a hidden room. You're gonna find a nice little murder scene. Now, if I wasn't stealthy, she would have ambushed me. But go ahead and take out that vengeful spirit too. Search for a clue. Read the journal. Since we're going to start doing alchemy, I'm going to take her everything. Not really worried about the actual potions and poisons, but the ingredients, because in the remodeling of this little area, all this disappears, so grab it while it's here. I do believe most of these ingredients are things we're going to need for a poisons factory. Don't quote me on that. I'm a little rusty on this. I've only done this once or twice, and it was when it first came out. So now we need to find evidence of his guilt. That is upstairs. Here's his journal, whatever else I took. And now we have to find out what happened to Rin. So now, come back downstairs into the small boy's room. It's Rin's journal. And now we need to find the old well. Now it's not hard to find the old well. But you see all these plots here and over there. Eventually we can turn all that to grow sites for all this alchemy stuff. So I'm just grabbing stuff randomly. You know, I'll farm it as we go, because again, I need to do a little research to see what would be the best poisons, the best potions, out of what we can grow. Now I stopped just in time. Maybe I can get the drop on them. Or they won't see me at all. But poor boy thought he could do something about a wolf. Got one of them. Just for fun. I want to see if he can take him. Nice. I know, that was not the best thank you, but he's a skeleton. He doesn't have feelings anymore. Does he? Alright, so now we have to come back to the farm. Turn the little boy's sword. So I'll take his ingredients too. Speak to Rin. Oh my goodness. Now we talk to the little boy.
Yes. Thanks a lot. Here, take this for all your hard work.
And now we're in charge of a formerly haunted house. It's quite nice, actually. Now, just like with our manor, we can get ourselves a steward here. Oh, I forgot this led to this. Now, we'll get around to that eventually. Just because, again, I'm not sure what crops I need. Once I figure out which ones I'm going to need, then I'm going to go to areas and pick them out. But eventually we're going to get all this fixed up, looking nice, add a few things. Again, if you want to go ahead and raid the house, now here's the workbench. We can start upgrading this place. A bunch of stuff. I do believe this little area gets turned into a blacksmithing shop. It's quite nice. So it wants us to start there. I don't know if you have to start there, so what we're gonna do is, like I was saying, is you can have a steward take care of this place for you, and eventually it becomes money. The extra crops that you make, they'll end up selling off, and you will have money per day that you can come collect. So it's a nice source of income. Now, personally, me, I like to use Earthgird the Unbroken, because she's easy. Just win a fist fight with her, and then she'll become your steward for the farm.
Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
Come to the Banded Mare in Whiterun.
Welcome. Let me know if you want any.
You look like someone.
Think
who
I
can
got the
hold
clear
it.
This is an ode to
Think you can go
Skyrim's
blade to blade
start
with me?
when
You'd be...
the
And why not? 100 gold says I want your hide. Just
Well, you're on.
fists. No weapons, no magic,
The age
no
of
crime.
aggression is
Let's
just
go.
about done.
Come. Never should have come here.
We'll drive out the
You asked for this.
store. Septum's a big one. Someone use This is an ode to Skyrim's punch protectors. Somebody help! This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no. If you ever need another blade at your side, just ask. Wouldn't mind seeing him handle a few trolls. You're someone who can get things done. Let's not waste any time.
When he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Now I picked up a miscellaneous while I was in here. We're not going to be doing that.
"Oh, you."
But I already purchased the tame goat.
Drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you.
Alright, so now
My favorite
another thing
drink. How much? For that price? Sure.
is now we can have a farmhand out of him, because she'll hire more, but I just like the fact that I gave somebody a job, you know. Support your local economies. So we're going to go back to the plantation, because again right now we're pretty much killing time to let our other house Carl furnish the manor house, and then we'll start building the big house, let her furnish that too.
I'm still here.
So while she's
I'd be
following
honored
you,
to be your steward. You've built a fine steading here.
alright, so let's buy more
I'll see to it at
farmhands.
once. I
Go ahead
think
and
you'll
buy a
want a
horse.
stable before we spend good coin on a horse. You'll need to build a pen for it first.
Yep.
Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
So we'll go ahead.
Very good. I'll make all... Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Now, if I remember correctly, some of these overlap on each other. So I know
Very good.
master bedroom doesn't.
Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
The loft is for the outside
good.
of the balcony on the second floor.
Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to
The
Very
kitchen
good.
and dining areas.
Is there anything else you need? Of course. What room would you like? Very good.
And again, I don't
Is there
plan
anything
on
else you need?
having a family.
Of
If I
course.
do, it'll be at
What
the
room
manor
would you like
house.
me to-
So
Very good.
library and
Is there
display
anything
room.
else you need? Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Yep, that was the one that do that.
Want to
Alright,
hear a little
so
Lord wisdom? You don't really know a woman till you've had a strong drink and a fist fight with her.
So, like she said, before we start buying livestock and horses, you're gonna need your animal pens and a few other things here. Now, there is a place to get firewood, so all the firewood that you need here, you can do here yourself. I need more ingots and such. Which is... And as far as quarried stone, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there's a quarry anywhere near here that you can mine it yourself. If there is, I don't know where it's located. I figured it would be, hey, nope, that's right there. So, there's quarried stone. I don't think they need clay here, but one of the first things that I like to build, because the farmhands are just sleeping out here in the rain and such, and that includes her. She won't actually go into the house, but never thought to get married and see if my wife would just be the steward. And I'm not sure if it's instant for these upgrades or if it takes time. No, it's instant. Now, one thing that's really cool about this property specifically is you have your regular shrines you can choose from. But then you also have Azura, Boethia, and Malfalo. I don't remember off the top of my head what those do. So, if you're not sure what shrine is best for you to be placed here, I think it's a permanent decision. I don't think you can change it. So, do a little research, see which one's going to benefit your character the most. Go ahead and put that there. A couple of display racks and whatnot. These do regenerate, these Eider cheese wheels. They're good for elsewhere fondue. You got a nice little kitchen going on now. You got your oven and such in the upgrade. Down here, whenever you start making money and extra stuff starts coming in, that's why this pantry cupboard's here. But here, this has now been changed to enchanting. This has now got some alchemy going on for it. So it's a nice little property. If you're asking yourself about the blacksmithing, again, you put that outside when you build it onto the house as an addition. But I like it. It's quaint. It's a nice little property. I never understood why that's there. I thought it was supposed to be like a weapon rack like this, but it just, never activates. Now, I've also seen it done, like, for example, we have the garden at the other manor house. I've seen some people take the smaller field and plant their vegetables for whatever soups they're going to use, vegetable soup usually being the big one, and then use all this for alchemy. You can double up on the alchemy, you can double up on the vegetables. Can't remember specifically what crop is the best for the money-making side of it all, but that's also an option. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to Hadronheim. I'm going to start grabbing building materials or things to make building materials. And then I'm just going to be going back and forth between here and the manor house and upgrading them both. This one's pretty straightforward. Just grab everything, build everything that you can, and once you have, you can get rid of the bench and get it to start functioning. Just follow the farmer's life for me. And then for the manor house, as we're building on add-ons, I like to do the alchemy tower, the greenhouse, and then a kitchen. Main reason being is because it makes it uniform. The kitchen matches the greenhouse in the design, so the outside of the house looks uniform. And again, I have OCD, it just keeps me going. Not to mention with the alchemy tower, it looks right over the lake. It's beautiful. So more than likely, I'm not going to be recording that just because it's a lot of busy work and nobody wants to see that. You see enough of it through my videos. But in the next one, I'll show you what progress we've made, and hopefully I'll start having a few items for you to plant and get that all growing. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.